Let's talk about inventory management. This is quite possibly the most time-consuming aspect of any resale shop, whether you're running a physical shop or selling online, so it's important to get it right. ConsignCloud comes with a number of different workflows to help you speed up this process and reduce mistakes along the way. To help illustrate how this works, I'm going to walk you step by step through the process of accepting new inventory and returning inventory that fails to sell. For simplicity's sake, we're going to assume your customers physically drop their items off and wait nearby while you process the inventory. You might take inventory by mail or notify your consignor later about items you don't want to take, so you may have to adapt this workflow to your store. So let's say a customer comes in with a sweatshirt, some shoes, and a bag of assorted baby clothes. The baby clothes and the shoes are in good shape, but the sweatshirt has a few small holes. While you could enter the sweatshirt into the system and immediately mark it as ready to pick up if you need to communicate with your consignor by email, I'm just going to set it aside so I'm not wasting any time entering inventory I'm not planning to sell. Next, let's enter the shoes into the system. You can find the item entry form by clicking on the plus item button at the top of the page. From there, we'll enter in our consignor, select shoes as the category, and enter a description, brand, color, and size. We do have a way to set up custom fields as well if you like. We'll skip details for now, but I'll just add an image to keep track of what this item looks like in case we need to locate it later. If you're cross-posting to an online store, it's easy to provide higher quality images either by uploading from your computer or using your phone camera. In this case, quantity is already correct since we have only one pair of shoes, and if I look these shoes up online, they normally sell new for $200, so I'll put in roughly 1/3 of that as our resale price. Title and SKU are auto-generated, so we'll skip straight to inventory type. If you're working with retail items, you can choose retail, and we'll track the cost for you. Buyout right items work exactly the same way, except that ConsignCloud will credit the item cost to your consignor's account. For this item, though, we'll stick with consignment. The item split is automatically pulled from the item's account or category, but we can change it here if we want to. We should also choose what we want to do if the item doesn't sell, either donate or return it to its owner. Finally, I'll toggle on the List on Shopify toggle directly to push this item directly to my online store. Everything looks okay, so I'll go ahead and click Save Item and move on to the bag of onesies. Now, onesies are a much lower value item, typically worth around $2 new, so I don't want to spend any more time processing them than I need to. You can see that ConsignCloud is kept around the account and category, so we'll update the category to baby. Enter a quick description, and skip straight to quantity. For the price, I'll enter in an even $1. For the inventory type, we're going to use buyout right here, which works well for higher volume, lower cost items, since it reduces the overhead associated with tracking consignment and allows you to negotiate a higher profit margin. To that end, we'll enter a cost per item of only 25 cents and save our item. Next step is printing item tags. I'll click Menu, Inventory, select the consignment items that I just added, and then click Actions, Print Labels. You can also set ConsignCloud up to automatically print a label at item entry, but I didn't want to take the time to tag the onesies, since I already own them. At this point, I'll set aside my new inventory for placement on the sales floor later. When it sells either in store or online, the system will automatically track quantity changes and consignor balance updates. If it doesn't sell, I will eventually need to remove it from the sales floor, so I'm not wasting that precious space. Expiration periods can be enabled globally or only for specific categories. If I visit my dashboard, I can see a notification for my expired items. Clicking it will bring me back to the inventory table with those items loaded. I can then click Actions, Update, and mark them as to be returned, which will automatically send an email to my consignors to come pick up their items. Once they've done that, I'll update the status again to Return to Consignor to keep track of pickup. This is a good place to stop, but I'll just mention that we do also have batch item entry, spreadsheet exports and imports, and bulk edits for inventory. ConsignCloud also includes a way to track item location within your store or across physical locations using shelves. You can read all about that on our knowledge base at help.consigncloud.com.